up today because, I don't know. Sheesh.
Yeah, she was running late.
Yes, I was. And I literally was running over here.
Hold on. Let's see where
I dress so fast.
yeah, because you...
I'm walking down the street. I'm like, why is this breeze so sweet? And I'm like, I didn't put on my G-string this morning.
Okay, TMI. See?
I did that just because I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, TMI. Anyway, let's see. Where is this? August 8th.
Oh my goodness! You know I have a double debut today. So talk to us. How was
It was good. Shout out to Rock and Soul for
legendary.
Yeah, legendary Rock and Soul for giving me the my pass to go, and hang out. Let's see, which one is it? This one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay.
So who is everybody that you saw? What were some of the conferences? What were some of the things you learned?
I didn't get to stay the whole full, but we did invite guests. Hold on. Basically everything is done after the first 2 days. So, but there was conferences. Pioneer was dropping some new stuff.
Oh, nice.
Not that I particularly...
You didn't get the contact?
Huh?
You didn't get the contact?
Oh, no, I can get that from work. Let's see.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, I didn't get that far yet. Where are we going with this? Which one are we applying? Okay. Excuse me if I didn't.
So there's a lot going on in New York. There's been a lot of tributes to the True School, which is the originators of hip hop.
Yes, today, matter of fact, happy birthday to hip hop.
Yes.
Today is the 50th year anniversary of hip hop. Yeah, shout out to them.
And Ralph McDaniels did an excellent show in Atlantic City, so shout out to Ralph McDaniels. Nikki D did a great show. Sweet Tea did a great show. Brand Nubians, Tech and Steel. I mean, jeez. It was definitely some true school hip hop.
Yes, that it was.
And then on top of that, shout out to your cuz, hip hop chef DR, because he nephew. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
He actually paid tribute to some True School MCs as well last Saturday at his Buy Black event. So Mike C, Big Ben, VIP Ben. I mean, it was a great afternoon. And then tomorrow, Marcus Garvey Park, they're doing a whole hip-hop DJ afternoon from 12 to 7. All white, wear your white.
Right.
And it's going to be right. So, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, good morning to Hawk G, Common Remedy. Thank you for coming in. Big Caputan, I see you. Thank you for the show in.
Yes.
I can't afford green screen today for me, so I let her have it. Because
he's such a gentleman.
No sense of both of us looking bad. One of us got to look good to represent. So
you look fabulous no matter what your backdrop's.
Cameras don't do me no justice. So
no, you look fine no matter what your backdrop is.
So, but that's what's going on. Well, yeah, but like I said, it's shout out to Ralph McDaniels. Questlove, I saw do something today. Matter of fact, I did get to pull in the music a little closer.
Okay.
They dropped, someone dropped. Now, I don't know if it's officially them. Hold on.
He's the man.
People know not to call me during my show.
But they do it anyway. I do it all the time. I put it in airplane mode now so that I learned not to do it Because even when you do IG and you're live and you're saying, I'm live, guys, they're like,
Okay.
let me call you. I'm like, I'm live.
Why? Yeah, like why are we doing that?
Yeah. It's all good, though. They mean well. They just want to stay in touch with you, D.
Right.
You the man. You D-Mecca.
Yeah. I'm the man sitting next to the man sitting next to the goddamn man. Right. Who said he was a piccolo player? Yeah, so, I saw a lot of tributes. Well, I have a couple of tributes for today.
Hey, let's hear
Can I
it.
do it? Let's see. Okay.
And then we got to talk about this whole Irv Gotti, Ashanti. No? Oh,
I don't particularly care because, you know what? We're grown. And once you know you're in this field of work, you really don't have a leg to stand on as far as who gets to say what, and yes, following your amendment rights and so what he said.
I just found it disrespectful. I mean, I think
in a way it is. Yes,
yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
And
It
you know
is.
what, Johnny Mathis,
Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis said that's what she should do. Then go do it because, hey, it's in this industry. It seems like anything you say can be rebutted, or it's fair game to come against, to use it against you. So for him to say what he said, like, yo, bro, I mean, to me, wow, yeah. But that's not putting no money in my pocket, and then they taking no money out of my pocket,
Well, here's the thing that I wanted to talk about it, right? We, for so long, in the very beginning of hip hop, we weren't getting any exposure, so controversy was how we got our press.
Right.
But it seems like we have not gotten past that. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. We don't need to do these statements just for shock value to make others pay attention to you. I mean, I just feel like we're at a stage where hip-hop is hip-hop. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. And so let's just expound on the greatness of it. And let's stop bringing all this madness and BS into it. I mean, on top of that, you're a celebrity and kids are watching you. So what kind of messages are you putting out there? I mean, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm the one in the million, but I just feel like it needed to be said. Like, come on, let's police ourselves.
And that was a million moons ago, forever what it was. You know what? Whether she wanted to stay or not, she made her money, she made her bones. Keep it moving. She ain't hurt nobody now, so why should we be?
Right.
Why
It was
should?
20 years ago, B. Like, really? Damn.
Yeah.
That good?
Hey, you know what?
That's all I say. Is that good that it's stuck in your mind 20
Right?
years
Yeah,
later?
because obviously
Damn, go girl.
had to be something because he not because his follow up behind that was I'm getting bad chicks now, this, that, and the third, blah blah blah. Listen, there's always going to be one chick better than the next,
Absolutely.
and
But it's not about that. You know what I mean? Like, I think we need to start getting back to the center. One of the reasons why relationships are not lasting is because it's superfluous. That's the word I want to use today. It's all superficial.
right.
And really, if you're really looking for a relationship, this doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's an accent.
It helps. Yeah.
It's the icing to the cake.
Yes.
But if the cake don't taste right, who cares what the icing looks like? You
True.
can't eat it.
Yeah. True.
So that was just my little pedestal speech for today. I just
Right.
had to get that off my chest because it was bothering me ever since I saw it. And me and my girls, we've been talking about it all along because it's really tough to be a female in this business. And they're always finding ways to take you down. And your personal life is 9 times out of 10 how they do it.
Yeah, good. What's good, Darius? And yeah, he disrespected not just Mike Geronimo, but we
Hey,
as
shout
a
out to
people,
Mike Geronimo. I love him.
yeah, shout to we as a people, we do this to make ourselves look good, and I guess because it's part of being relevant. If I could disrespect somebody to make myself look good, that means I'm still being relevant. Now, to put your dirty laundry out can be detrimental to everyone, even the person that's putting it out, because then there's retaliation, and then he said, she said.
I'm wondering about that $300 million deal, if it's still on the table, even though it's closed.
We in society, we all try to do what's right for us to be on top, or to secure a bag of some sort. It's I don't know. It in a way it's this heartbreaking, and then it's like makes you not want to do this for others that see it from outside, because like I said, I listen to a lot of interviews, and sometimes I just want to know about the person and what they're doing.
Right.
This happened to, like, well, yeah, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if you already made your money, your bones about it, why do you need to sit around and disrespect another person? And you were already there.
I personally, I've known Irv Gotti for a long time, Chris Gotti, the whole spiel, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think, he was trying to be honest and out there, but he just took it too far. I just really feel like he took it too far. And, to me, it was clickbait. And, let's just find another way, y'all. And
Right.
if you don't know, holla at your girl, I'll show you. I do consulting, but we need to stop this, because it's just making us look worse instead of better. And these $300 million deals are going to go away, because, look, he just finished doing that. The company had all this great press, and now they got all this negative press behind that. And that's attached to the deal. So now all your women rights organizations are like, you need to let go of that deal. And it's like, come on, y'all. Like...
And when you talk
What
about a
we're really
person's
doing.
past and what they do, like that's what they call that, dry snitching.
Yeah.
How he talked about, they talked about Jay-Z doing, what he was doing on his way up, and it's like,
Sheesh.
shut the fuck up, bro. Even though it's in the past, you know how the government can be. They'll go back,
Yes.
find ways to bring that past back to haunt you.
Yeah, if the statute of limitation is not done, like
They say it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
shut up,
I was
bro.
just like, I sat there the whole time and was like, I was like, yo, was there not a PR person in the room saying shut up?
Right, somebody to pull the plug.
Damage control, really?
Sheesh. But you got to get. Shout out to the drink champs, Noriega and DJ Effin, because they, in a way, they are a statue in this so-called podcast interview game. Because they I'm real surprised and was shocked to see that they did Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, I know, that was so cool.
And it was funny how they cleaned up their act for her. Like, there was no smoking. They was just doing drinks, like normal drinks. No Patron and this, that, and the third. There was no smoking. And I was like,
Well, Miss Patty will not have it any other way.
well, of course. She's the queen. God rest the other
queen, Aretha.
So, right. But it was a respect factor. So and the way that they showed their
Yeah, they were raised right.
right.
Let's applause to them. Yeah.
Give them some of that.
Yeah, we'll give them some of that.
Definitely that.
But I'm really proud of them, because I remember when they first started, before they were with Revolt, and just watching them grow and expand, and now it's become a staple. Like
Yes.
everybody gets their notifications of when Nori's getting ready to do Drink Champs.
Right. Yeah. So shout out to them. And what else?
Hey, if anybody wants to comment, because I see our chat is really going cuckoo, 347-305-5205. The lines are up.
Let me make sure that phone is on.
Oh, oops.
No, I mean it's turned on. The power, we gotta make sure that the
We
power's
don't know
on.
if it's plugged in.
Right, yeah,
But, yeah.
So.
Yes, happy Friday. Back to you.
Oh, man, I gotta turn the
I just love everybody in our chat. They're always keeping us on top of something.
Yeah. Shout out to the Soul Riders, because that's mainly what's in here. Is a lot of the Soul Riders. Like I said, and then after this, I actually got to go bounce to the headquarters. I gotta go bounce. I got a show to do with my band down there. And
Wait a minute, what band? Talk to me.
Shout out to my man Jeff from my manager, my best friend, my barber Jeff Hall, who was also at the DJ Expo. It was his first time. So shout out to Eddie B. Swift, who I went down with. And shout out to like I said, Rock and Soul for the passes that we got in.
But the band.
I'm playing with the first band I ever started with, which is called Virtuous, aka the Vibe Band. I have to do somebody's special day. Someone from the past that when the band first started, they're doing their birthday. And,
Nice. So
they
you're DJing or
yes,
you're?
I'm DJing.
Oh,
They want the original band, which was Virtuous, which I was part of, and I'm going down for that. To see how that's this reunion. They called me when they told me. I was like, you remember where it was at Jay's Cafe? Yes, I remember. That's where we started, Jay's Cafe, which is no longer. I don't think it's no longer around. They was telling us about it was the manager of Jay's Cafe who gave us our first break, and it's his birthday.
So what kind of music do you guys do?
Go. It's basically we do R&B covers, but basically the aspect of it was there we go.
So are you singing, D-Mecca?
Hell no, if I sing, they ain't getting paid. There ain't gonna be none of that. Nah, man. No, we're not doing none of that. What Bluetooth? So, but I was, like I said, as the DJ, I was one of the original so-called band members, and he remembered me, the DJ, because actually I DJ'd for the club itself, and it's his birthday or anniversary of some sort. I think they just told me, yo, come down. That's all I can say. They told me to come down. I'm coming down. It'll be, I think we're at the VFW out in Ricerstown, Maryland. So
Nice.
VFW is Veterans
In Maryland?
in Maryland.
Nice.
VFW means Veterans. Please forgive me, I am not a military person like that, but if anybody does know what VFW means, put it in the chat room. Let me know. Okay, I think we are up. The phone, yeah. Okay, yeah. Phone conversation is up. So.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. So if you want, 347-305-5205. Yeah. But she's got the cheat. She got the paper in front of her. I don't.
Now I have a committed to memory.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mr.
Veterans
Jamaica.
of Foreign Wars. Thank you. Thank you, Common Remedy. Thank you. Shout out to Common Remedy for that. Thank you. Okay. So now we know what VFW, Veterans of
Oh, yeah.
Foreign Wars.
Oh, I
Yes.
should have told you that. My dad's a VFW.
Oh, word? Okay.
God rest the day.
All right. Shout out to Pops.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to all our veterans. I mean, they just don't get the respect that they should.
Shout out to Miss Webb in the building.
Hey.
And definitely got to give her a shout out because she is the reason why the universe is back. If those that don't know, the universe is my laptop. She is, she's the one that.
She's a genius. That's what she is. She's a lifesaver. That's what she is.
Don't swell her
She
head,
is the woman.
Yeah, the woman.
That is what she is.
She
Yeah,
is her
I'm going
own-
to give it because
She's her own Shiro, CEO, and all that.
That's right.
Yeah, she's a
CEO that
beast.
knows.
But if any of y'all have any, definitely if you have a Mac, if you have any computer problems, need a website built, need a
Anything IT.
IT, she's the one to look up. Yes, sir. Call into the show. Yeah, thank you, Darius. She's
Darius is on point.
Right, I see. She's on point. She's on point with it. Like I said, now she turned my laptop into a beast. And she does, like I said, she does work. I have known her for 30 years, didn't know. Miss Professor. No, we're not going that far. No, you ain't no X-Man yet.
Yes.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes,
no,
yes, we are, because the woman is the bomb. Dig it?
Yeah, listen, I'll give you, if you're going to be X-Men, we're going to call you the Beast.
No.
Yeah, I said it. But like I said, if you need any she no doubt she's like that with the IT.
Yeah, she's official. She's official.
The official tissue, as they say. Look her up, Miss Webb. You could put your website, put your phone number in the chat room. Matter of fact, do that, and we'll.
We got to take a break.
Yeah, and
So we got to pay the bills.
Yeah, we got to do that too.
Okay. Right now, though, because it's 3:30.
Okay.
10:30.
We'll be right. Matter of fact, we'll be right back.
Exactly. You're watching We Got Straight Convo right here on Twitch TV, as well as she'sthebossradio.com. We'll be right back. Of technology. 1 minute you can see us and hear us, the next minute, well,
okay, there
you go.
is.
Hey,
You can see her, right?
and my flabby
Can you
arms.
see it?
Jesus, I got to get in the gym.
No, I don't see anybody yet. Oh, there she is. There you go.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Hey.
see her, right?
Yep.
I need to turn your TV down.
Oh,
Computer.
there she is.
Mute your
Oh,
computer.
my phone. Okay.
See that technology stuff. You know, what got you into IT?
Well, okay. Back in the day, before there was an internet, I would say around the early 80s, there was a place that you could take people to hone their computer skills. And I was about 12, and my mother and her partner took me down to it. I forgot the name of the place. It was in Manhattan somewhere. And when they were interviewing to see how much it was going to cost to put me into the place, they sat me on a computer, and about an hour later when they came back, I had roamed into the back parts of the computer where the person didn't even know where I was. So so they realized that I had
A natural talent.
a natural talent, a gift.
Yes.
And then I have my relative, my uncle, who was at the time he was Eastern Regional Manager for IBM. I used to, visit. That was my aunt and uncle. I used to visit their home all the time, and he would have a computer in his home. And I was always on the computer. I was always, before there was an internet.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's when they had those big floppy disks.
Yeah.
Those big ones.
Yeah,
I've
been messing around, and then it started me into building computers. I was doing MS-DOS back then, before there was even a Windows and things like that. So they just realized that I had a natural gift, and so I wound up going to school, to college for computers and information systems, and I became in computer science. I became a programmer. So that's naturally kind of what I did.
Yes, that's incredible. I'm so glad that I love the way the universe works out, right? I'm so glad that you're on this phone because there's so much going on with the internet nowadays. What advice would you give people to help them protect themselves, their rights, their privacy, all this conversation about, how to properly get on the internet?
Well, the first thing I would do is not put my information. You have to be careful with your information. Like, a lot of things when you sign up for things and you give people information, you give them your information. A lot of people don't read the fine print in those things that they're signing. Tick yes, and if you agree, and people just scroll past. The fine print.
Yep.
And that was something that I've always, I've never done that. I always kept my information private, or I would never put my actual birth date. There was always a set of fake information that I would have that I would always remember, and so that I would say don't do too much, read that fine print sometimes, because then you would see that you're allowing them to share your information with other parties, especially for advertisement and things like this. So I would say, read that fine print.
Now, the other thing is they have this whole big discussion, right? Because I think hackers are really cool. Not the bad ones, the good ones. And they have this thing called white hat versus black hat, right? And they have this other thing called netizens, which are people that have been on the internet since its inception and really understand the inner workings of it. Would you consider yourself a netizen?
Yes. Pretty much old school back in the day, yeah. Black hat, hacking into people's phones and things like that, and because people don't know how data works. Actually, they have things called data mining, where these airplanes go across, and collect data out of the air. Believe it or not, just like your radio signals are in the air. So
those electronic magnetic fields, right?
Correct. They can collect data from the air, just like people think that they're so secretive and they're so worried about putting things on the internet. Their data is in the air.
Sheesh.
So I want to change the subject, but me and Miss Webb had a conversation talking about black hat. Her daughter is a chip off the old block.
Oh, all right.
And I told her jokingly one day, I said, you know what? Nah, I said, I don't want to be sitting on my wall and 3 black SUVs pulled up and they show me a picture of her daughter. Like her daughter's 11 now. I'm not gonna put her name out there.
No.
But
right. She's 10. She's 10.
Right. She's 10. Okay. 5 years from now, like I said, I'll be sitting on my wall and 3 SUVs will pull up and they'll talk about, excuse me, you. I'm like, yeah, what you want? Do you know X, Y, and Z? And they'll show me her picture and I'll be like, bro, I don't do, man, that's nasty, bro. I don't do kids, man. What F out here. And I said that as a joke, she would be that black hat that would be like hacked into like NASA or the Pentagon just playing around, and then you know how they go through everybody's history to be like, who does she know? How did she get this information? So, you know, shout out to Lil Miss Black Hat, 5 years from now, who I will disown or disknown. So, you know.
But you know, I think it's so great that our children are now learning this, because it is the future. And kudos to you for actually, you know, introducing your daughter to it and letting her excel in it. Because we're going to need people within our own community that understands this more than anybody else. And one thing I'm learning about us that I keep on repeating, in 1996, they did this study, this DNA study on melanated people versus non-melanated people. And they found out that melanated people have 9 groups within their DNA structure, and everybody else has 6. And what that does is that allows us to connect to the universe better. That allows us to be stronger and excel further. And so this is one of the reasons why we've been closed out of things, because once we're in it, we take it over.
We excel.
Yes.
We excel in it. Anything.
And it's natural, you know. And so now there's studies going into some of the aggression that we have as a community, and they're now equating it to possibly the compliance that we do to diminish our inner strength and inner voice, which is actually those extra genetic codes that's, you know, giving us that extra, you know, and that's one of the reasons why we get frustrated quicker, because we know we could do more, but we're not necessarily allowed. So kudos to you for letting your daughter go as far as she can go. Yes.
Yeah, she was pretty special when she was born. She was saying words at 2 months old.
What?
And her father didn't believe me until he heard her say "daddy," and he was like, you know, it scared him, because he was like, did you hear that? Did you hear what she just said? You know, he was like, you know, she sounded like a 4-year-old just now. And I was like, I told you, she's saying words.
Wow.
He was like, man, that's some scary stuff. You know, but what we do need is to learn how to, because I had no way of knowing how to help her with that. You know what I mean? We do need to get together some groups. Like I do have a relative who is a part of Mensa, and he loves her to death. Oh my goodness. He's like, oh, do you know she knows mathematical structures and this and that? I was like, okay, you know, but we have no way of really honing into, when we have kids like that, on how to keep mentoring them, or how to push them, or how to keep them sharp.
Well, as an educator, you just let them continue to explore. And anytime they have a question, you keep on giving them as much data you can find in that area, and they will decipher.
She drives me crazy with questions.
Yeah, data, input. She's Johnny 5. But
oh my God, she drives me crazy.
That's great. Oh my God, that's just so beautiful to hear that.
Not the Johnny 5. No,
yes.
She did not go
I used to love when he used to say that, input. But that's how, as an educator, that's how you keep a child, you know, motivated, you know, and continue to allow them, teach them methods on how to find the information. And then after a while, they'll be able to find it on their own. And they won't rely as much on you. The only other side of that is that you then have to monitor how they're doing, because they can go down the rabbit hole, and then you're like, oh, Lord, I didn't want you to know that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What suffers is the behavior. The behavior suffers, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean. As they what?
As they grow, you know, a lot of them tend to get diagnosed as having ADHD and things like that. And what people really don't realize is that they're really intelligent children who are bored in school.
Exactly. And here's the other thing. As an educator, what really frustrates me is as soon as they look at a child being black, African American, melanated, whatever you want to call it,
let's hold them back.
Yeah, they do it intentionally. They do it intentionally. The system is set up for that. So what you have to do is ask for an IEP, an individual education program for your daughter. And what happens is you're now going to ask for a separate mentor and certain hours for sociability. She's within the classroom, and certain hours within the day she's out of the classroom with her one-on-one mentor for her to excel. And actually ask for an aptitude test. You know what I mean? So that they can see that it's not ADHD. Because these people, I'm sorry, forgive me for saying this, they're stupid. They drive me crazy. They are so quick to label our children. Any other child, any other child, oh, well, no, he's just learning. Or, oh, no, he's just learning how to adjust. But our kids, oh, no, they're ADHD. They need this medicine. And they make these kids zombies when in actuality they're super intelligent. Again, that 9 groups. And we need to start talking more about the 9 groups. It was studied in 1996. If you do that, it was a professor from Oxford, all these different high-powered DNA genetic scientists. And they were really floored by it. And once that information came out, they suppressed it. Because they don't want us to know that we're the originals. This is the reason why we always excel. And I'm not trying to be a segregist. I'm just being an actualist. I'm telling real facts.
Right.
Because we
One
need
of the
to
reasons
know.
why Dr. Ben Yosef came out with, letting us know our origination and, where we're the ones that invented science. We're the ones that discovered all these other, things. Like they still can't figure out how they built the pyramids in Giza. Like,
and
they don't want to give us credit for anything, any kind of intelligence at all.
So it's for us to give it to ourselves. And it's like platforms like this and conversations like we're having right now for everybody else that's listening. And anybody that wants to join in on the conversation, you can hit us up in the chat. But it's really important for us to understand our greatness. They want to deliver this message that we are inferior, when in actuality the truth is we are superior by nature. And because we have this genetic code, our pineal gland, we don't think the same way as others. We have compassion innately. That's learned to turn off. They teach us to turn it off. And that's the thing that we have to leave on. So that's my advice for you, for your daughter, because she sounds like she's amazing.
Thank you.
Don't forget, IEP.
Thank you. Okay.
And they're going to be like, what is that? Individual education program. By law, they have to give it to her.
If you ask for it.
Yeah, you got to ask for it.
Yeah,
that's the key part. You got to ask for it. And go straight to the principal about that. Don't go to the teacher. Go straight to the principal.
I will.
Yeah. Good for you. Go ahead,
Thank
girl.
you.
You're welcome, Queen. Yeah. Thank you, because my D-Mecca is smiling. Hey, where are you? You're not on the screen. Where you at?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'll be all right. Where am I?
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
Around
There
there
you go.
somewhere.
Hello.
Yep. Okay. So, So like I said, DJs out there, if you're listening, you got she does do PC. She doesn't like PC, but she does do PC. But
why don't you like PCs?
But she kills on MacBooks though.
It was from the many years of building computers. I've been with Windows since MS DOS and 1X CD-ROMs.
Wow.
So, the blue screen of death and all that stuff, I've been through it. I'm so sick of it. And when I got introduced to Macs, it was in 2009. I had purchased an iMac and I had a friend who was a sound engineer, and he was telling me, he's like, you got to switch over to Mac. You're a PC person, and I wanted to play around with Pro Tools, and I blew up a laptop putting Pro Tools on it. And I had purchased an iMac and left it in my office.
I don't mean to cut you off, but good thing you didn't tell me that before you asked to look at my hard drive. I'd have been hell no. I'd have been like hell to the no.
It was a Windows computer. It was a Windows computer, and it couldn't take Pro Tools.
But if even just mentioning that little story right there before I gave you the hard drive, it'd have been like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather just be a broken man, because for you to blow up. Yeah, but go ahead. I digress.
Well, no, I had the iMac in my office for a year. I didn't use the computer for a year. I was putting my hot chocolate on it, and
oh Jesus.
So I ever since I switched over, I never went back. And everyone that I see that has problems on Windows and things like that, my parents, stuff like that, they still worked on Windows computers. And, everybody, my family will use me as IT tech, right? I'm the IT person, and I have several other members who also do that work. But, I just told them when I switched over, I was like, you got to get a Mac.
Got you.
You got to get a Mac. That's it. I'm not dealing with those Windows headaches anymore.
Well, you just made me now want to switch over to.
Well, like I said, she got. I was able to manage her a couple of clients from the DJ Expo.
Nice.
So, like I said, it's you want testimony? Yeah, right here. Yours truly. We'll vouch, and like I said, being such a good friend, not only because of being such a good friend, but like I said, her work is,
So, last question before we
you.
go. What advice would you give for people like me who are not really tech savvy on how they can learn more about technology?
Hello?
Learn. Okay, to me, and this is not to just give Apple props. To me, the easiest way to learn is on a Mac, because I found it a lot more user-friendly for the novice person. So once you get on and you start learning how to do things, it all just comes together, because the computer is put together a lot better the way your brain works.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a lot better organizationally, and for the novice person, it's very easy to pick up.
Okay. Baby, let me tell you, I'm still in school. I go to YouTube University 24/7. I don't understand something, YouTube University. I want to know how to do something with my phone. YouTube University. It's crazy.
The only problem with YouTube is when people have questions, they don't know the proper question to ask, or they don't know what they're looking to learn. YouTube does have a lot of stuff, but it also has a lot of junk.
But if
true.
And
you got to watch 3 or 4 things before you get the information you need.
I tell people to Google it first, because even though you can go to YouTube University, if you Google whatever you're trying to ask and scroll down, there's like sub questions to your question, and it may not be, the YouTube might not get it, but if you scroll down and you see the sub question to your question, you'll see exactly what you might have been wanting to say, and then you can open it. Yes. So just not only YouTube it, Google it first.
Gotcha.
So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Queen, thank you so much. For real, your information was valuable.
You are also a queen. I appreciate you. I love the questions you ask. That's why I like to sign in on your interviews and stuff on Sunday and things.
Thank you.
For your Tea Talk days. I appreciate you as well.
Thank you. It's all because of my man right here, D-Mecca, my producer extraordinaire. Love this dude.
Yes.
My new brother from another mother.
Yeah, there you go.
And shout out to Kerobe. You.
Well, thank you.
Yes, Queen.
And
Enjoy the rest of your
y'all
day.
need to exchange
You do.
information because I think y'all come from the same
Now we need to have you on our show.
same tribe of ancestral backgrounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's Cape Verdean?
No, but y'all talk a certain language in that.
Gotcha.
I can't get into it because
Culturally.
Yes.
Did you do your DNA test? Did you have my ancestors are coming from Benin, Togo, out in
All of my cousins are
Africa.
doing it. I have learned that I had I didn't even know we had an Aunt Abby, right? And she was a stunt double for Lucille Ball. That's
Wow,
that's how
that's
crazy
amazing.
this DNA 123 or whatever is doing
Yes.
for our family. Like, it's crazy. We're finding out things, because my culture, like, it's half Portuguese, half African. So some, I used to,
Wow, okay.
we were a colony of Portugal for years, but there's islands off the west coast of Africa, right? So indigenous people. It was also the
Right.
last place that sailors went before they came to America or anything, east.
Yes.
So sailors being sailors, the blood mixes. And so you might have a cousin who's your first cousin that has light, bright, damn near white, green eyes and straight hair, right? So
Yes.
the family back in those days, because if you were brown, they weren't down. If you was light, it was right? So there were families that got separated because of the paths of the color of their skin. And so now we're discovering some of them, and it's really interesting because some of them don't want to know us because we're brown and they ain't down, and it's like so mind-boggling. So I'm waiting for my cousin, shout out to my cousin Ralphie, I'm waiting for him to write his book because he's the first one that started all the research. And, I just love, every time I sit with him, I always learn something new about my family. It's crazy.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But it's cool though,
We all need to do it. I found a whole sister
Oh, snap.
last year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes.
I found out I was like, 56 years old. I found that I had a sister. My father always said that, but he didn't know if he had a boy or a girl or whatever. We found her on Ancestry and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the only thing about this science that I do like. But I'm also, just for a science thing, I'm also scared about cloning. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to give my DNA just yet.
Yeah. I mean, look at what they do with the stem cells,
Yeah.
and things like that. So they steal our DNA. They steal, our blood, our DNA, the everything.
Yeah, they do. Because we're an
Because they're so
anomaly.
amazed because we excel at everything we do.
Because of our 9 groups, I'm trying to tell ya. This is
Yeah,
real
yeah.
science. It's real science. It blew my mind, and then it made sense to me. And then I stood a little taller. You know what I mean? I was like, you can say whatever you say, but I got 9, you got 6. The numbers are wild too, because 9 means born again, and 6 mathematically is not. So it's really
Wow,
interesting.
okay.
Yeah, things that are interesting.
I was born on the 9th.
Hey, that's why you're so great.
That's all I can say about 9. Okay. All right.
Well, that's our time.
Okay, well,
Queen, thank you so much.
enjoy your weekend.
You
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Keep nurturing that new name that we're gonna know one day. She might be our next female president. And I'm putting it in the universe.
Who knows?
Who
Thank
knows?
you.
You're welcome.
All right, Miss Webb, we will holler at you later. Thank you again.
Okay.
All right.
Hanging up.
All right. Yeah.
Damn, D-Mecca, that's our show. That went by fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe it. I'm so glad she called. That was really dope.
That
I
did
learned
help.
a few things. I hope our listeners enjoyed it as well.
Right. And
Everybody was saying, wow,
Yeah.
sold. I love the comments.
real talk. Yeah.
Real
Speak
talk.
on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Shout
That's
out-
what we do here.
shout out
Because
to
we
our-
got straight convo.
That's
Yeah.
right. Definitely every second and fourth Friday of the month. What's it got coming up? Our next show is the 26th, where we'll have the world-renowned comedian talent from Brooklyn. I can't do that he does, but
Yeah, he does it so good.
Yeah. Brother Talent, yeah, we'll have as our next featured guest on the show.
I'm excited about that.
And don't forget to tune in Sunday for
Yes.
Sipping Something Sexy for the ladies. Guys, you could join in the chat room, but tune in this Sunday, 3 p.m.
Yes, 3 to 4 p.m. And make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. And also, if you missed our shows, you can now watch it on YouTube. We got Straight Convo.
Yes.
WGSC Radio. That's the page.
Okay.
And also Sippin' Something Sexy. That's the page.
There we go.
Both on Instagram and YouTube. So,
Yes.
And we now have merch. So,
Merch.
where is it at? I forgot.
It is at
Stream something.
streamlabs.com /iamdmecca /merch.
Yep.
And you can find Sipping Something Sexy. We got Straight Convo.
T-shirts and all that good
T-shirts
stuff.
and what's those? Not bikini.
The laptops.
No, the what the ladies wear, crop tops.
Yep.
Yeah. So the ladies, if you wanna.
Don't you love how he gets flustered when he talks about certain girl stuff?
Yeah, because and raised with no sisters, so that's that. I got rent me sisters.
Yeah.
But
one right here.
yeah, and you know, I got them spread throughout the states. So you know, but like I said, you hit us up there, and you know, and don't forget to follow us on ameliaismore on IG, and iamdmecca on IG and Twitch as well. So
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, 2 weeks later, we'll see you again.
All right, y'all. Peace.